So yeah, there's a lot of history here. It isn't all misery, but this place was built on a lot of pain. You know, the blood and bones of indigenous people and the backs of enslaved Africans.
Mason, you are a knowledgeable man. Appreciate the knowledge, man. Like that, I'm sure you could go on for days and days. That was really cool. Definitely gonna make this its own episode for sure of the Tremé Museum, the African American Museum. Really dope. Super excited that I got here. Like, this is really cool. This courtyard is really cool.
The land is referred to as Tremé, or the neighborhood, I should say, is referred to as Tremé, named after Claude Tremé. He and his wife, a free woman of color, lived approximately across the street. So that gate or fence bounds roughly the property where their plantation used to be. That house in the foreground was actually built after his death by his wife, and she lived there until her death. There was a cottage in the back with some greenery growing out of the side of it. That was actually the kitchen where enslaved Africans worked. In those days, you didn't put the kitchen with the house for fear of fire. That
Kitchen was probably on the first floor, and there's probably like living quarters at the top.
We are preserving the Louisiana Creole language of Curry Veni. So enslaved Africans were brought to what is now Louisiana with their mother language, many from the Senegambia region of West Africa, and those languages blended with French, creating a creolized language called Curry Veni, or Louisiana Creole. But many people don't speak that language anymore, so we are doing our small part to preserve the language by teaching young children at no cost to them or their parents how to speak and write the language for future generations. Then on the other side of the first floor is an immersive exhibit dedicated to black masking Indians, or what are popularly referred to as Mardi Gras Indians. There's a lot that can be said about black masking Indians. If you want to know more, there's a museum not far from here called the Backstreet Cultural Museum that's dedicated.
That's next.
Okay, great. We can go there and learn much, much more. We have an exhibit, their entire museum is dedicated to that. Remember, the neighborhood is now called Tremé, named after Claude Tremé and his wife. But she was a free woman of color, and when they bought this land from a previous owner, they subdivided it and they sold it they divided it into lots, and they sold those lots to other free people of color. This became the first neighborhood or area of the city where free people of color could buy property. Thus, it became the first black suburb in the country.
Planetarily placing us into a good position. We landed here, from there, bringing our gifts to earth, rooted in ancient ways, and in the not yet here wonder of our present prayers. Oh, chant of the song of revolution, of change, of hope, of Africa, of the world.
Here is the Backstreet Cultural Museum. I'm gonna go learn about the Indians. Really excited about this. It's right on the corner of St. Philippe and North Robertson in Tremé.
This culture. Remember that you are in New Orleans, you're not in your hometown. When someone dies in your hometown, what y'all do? You put them in a nice suit, in casket. How you say that? They lie in state. You know that's the most boringest way to go out around here, right? Laying down in the casket. You gotta go out around here in some pizzazz, some style, man. What we mean by that is the late great Louis Armstrong got a song called St. James Infirmary. The lyrics to the song says, fellas, when I die, bury me in a two-piece suit and some patent leather shoes with a pocket full of money. Now we take that in New Orleans going out in style. This is what we mean by going out in style. This is a pictorial suit. It's done by Big Chief Otto DeJean of the 7th Ward Hard-Hate Hunters. This is what I do. Pictorial beading. This beading is pretty easy. The hardest part about these suits are the details. The details of this suit is what makes us pretty.